All right, so the president comes out and says, I want to thank the police department, Walmart, and... The corporation shall not control the individual. These irrevocable, undeniable, denial of life, land, and liberty, confusion of gay rights, pursuit to happiness, or transparent of government, transgender or transgender parent, manipulation into your life through incorporation, or no incorporated business or organization of a board of executors is a living life. They're all independent, singular, individual ones of the right of own way. Now, a considered code enforcement tax man of a police officer that's just a city code enforcement over a business of foundation to make sure that they're not regulating, discriminating, persecuting. What they're doing is using the Department of Labor to say there's no sex discrimination, regulation, persecution of the individual within inside the work employment area of forcation of employment against your own moral code and compass of prostitution, to subdivide you from your land and your heritage, that you will follow what we say. All right? So, I look very sexy with my bald head too, but I decided to grow my first beard. Well, I look kind of like Pluto today, huh? Put me under so much pressure, they scalped me. I actually clean up very nice. I'm a very attractive man. Not always hairy. But anyway, I gotta save my kids, right? Sometimes it's better to save them all than just your own, right? I mean, it's just what it is. Sometimes it's easier to save everything than it is to save two. That little girl off the porch. But anyway, so my goal in life is to make sure that every child is born free from governance and from debt. That these big organizations aren't borrowing, playing Billy the fucking kid, and billing your children. See, when you cast out to sea, or you come to sea and go towards light, never go towards the light. You're in your own boat, rowing your own way. Don't believe like Orem, let him oar you. All right. What's life? Heaven or hell? It's a word. It is what you make it. But the thing is, this is the animal kingdom. You're never kicked out of the Garden of Eden. People are, life is the garden. All right. That's what it is. That little squirrel's an expression of your feeling and reflection. You don't want to run it over. I mean, boom, you hit that thing and everybody goes crazy. It's part of your feelings. You want to be soft and nurturing with nature. If you kill something, boom, you kill it and put it out before it knows. It's aware. You don't hold it on the street and beat it. So I stand in front of a lot of people because I have the ability to do so. Protect heritages, restore properties, mend, untangle. I'm really good at untangling necklaces, so I've got a really good thing because I'm traveling this way. Everybody else is traveling that way, and I'm going this way. So I've got in front of the war machine, this business of a corporation, to see what's going on. I had to go through every business, every little nook and cranny of all the government, everything, you know, live the Bible about 50 million times. If you're gonna be a writer, be a fucking writer, but don't write it on paper. Do not documentate what I do. I mean, I'm all about writers. I mean, especially, all of them, if you look at them. I mean, look at all, even like your motorcycle riders. Look at them. What's a hell's angel? What's an angel in hell? It's a blessing. You want to make it look bad. Fathers trying to defend their families. Sundowner. Say, oh, party till the sun goes down, man. Whatever it is. But this business of monopoly, these gangs, the scary ones are actually the police departments, and labeling them backwards. The reflection comes back. So if you see the protection of business of those mafias, that's actually your boys in blue. They're violent gang member terrorists committing actions of war and repetitious war to get you to conform and strip you of your rights, your center, yourself. Department of Transportation of Transit, of freedom of expression. Transit means to be in motion, movement, and consider a man to be homeless or houseless. I'm a home to many. It's the land of the free, home of the brave. You can take my house and deprive me, take 40 cars, deprive me of my kids, and abduct my children and kidnap them. That means to take somebody in their sleep of a spiritual realm. Submerge our church and state. What do you think Rose Park is? Rose Park is where they were leaking. That's the denial. One of the heaviest places you could ever be. You guys think it was California, New York, where all that shit was going on. It was right there in Rose Park, outside of Salt Lake City, the deepest part of the sea. The heaviest environment is the denial to be denied by your own, in your own community, in your own home. Child abuse happened in my home in the expansion. I can show you very clearly on the land. Jaggerhoo Dam. So these cities, they move in on the townspeople and they build these big apartment buildings and they start denying the folks that live the land and work the land. They start creating these rules and ordinance, locking up their kids, locking up their children, putting them in poverty, deprive them, gating the waters. You know, I found the spot in Riverton, there was some channel cat down in there. Down in this big water duct that they dug for irrigation. And there was these fish down in there, these catfish, a bunch of baby fish, and there was a big mom fish in there with some other medium-sized fish. So what was happening is the big fish was dying. The babies would eat the older one, and every once in a while the mother would have to eat one of their children, keep her alive. And they're living in a cycle, eating of each other. What do you think is happening spiritually in society? They're using social pressure to hold you against each other. Instead of believing in yourself, you believe in something else before yourself, so how could you exist? Creating loose-fitting. This world whirling disease, lupin disease, started in Riverton, Utah. When it comes to fish. The Donna Potty, eating each other spiritually, emotionally, holding each other responsibility and not holding a corporation business and hiding behind your boss and giving them your authority, your power, your dignity, and your integrity of your own civic duty to stand for one another and not pass your civic duty to have to be paid for it. You do your significant duty, you honor yourself and build yourself as good suitor for all, as others as the way you so see it fit. It is not your job to do so. It is your job to be employed of a good moral code and compass and to maintain in your job your property, your properness by the customs of the United States of America, of the first incorporated business in the United States of an LLC, which was Howell & Bell, a lighting and communication thing. So what do you think I'm doing right now? Am I lighting? Is my expression lighting for you? Is it giving you something to imagine of you? Is there a new little undeveloped space, creating a star or a pocket of undeveloped space, something to view, to reflect, to reponder, reflect upon? It's a good communication. What do you think the crucifixion of Christ is? Wasn't Christopher, Mr. District of Columbia? So I hear beating the berries out of somebody. It's not 3 days. I would have took 3 days on a cross in a heartbeat. 3 light years. It's out here depriving me, denying me of my property in return of the same kindness. What do you think it is? You see the reflection? Your cross is your body. Carry your cross, your independent cross, on your own. There's your cross. Look at that. I'm just my own kid. What's up, Daddy? How you doing? A little melt mustache. Smoke a cigarette. Luckily, I don't got a dad besides me. I'm a good dad, you know. I'm like, I trust my kids when they come out. What are you doing? You sure cute. Where the heck did you come from? The cutest thing I've ever seen. More of your mother love. You understand? Children are 100% you, 100% your wife. And that is your commitment. What you promised. That is your marriage, and there is no subdivision. Shining false light. Ripping their lives apart, moving in stepdads left and right. The workers, cops, father-in-law. A good father is a grandfather. You got that? A good mother is, and it is not expanded to the mother of the mother, unless she was a grandmother. Secretary, your court of supreme, ain't nothing on me. I know the regulations, rules. I know what it is because I've lived it. It's my life. It's expanded. You can look at the land. You can see every house I've lived in. I've just never got it because you've taken, like cheese. Took in my cream of my crop. Every time I get something, you take it because you're afraid of me to stand. Because you're scared. Why? Because I'm a very talented man and I've got a lot of depth and perspective. And a lot of you are holding on to my identity, my character, and standing in my shadow that you created by creating a false shadow of who I am. And actually, believe yourself by standing up here and looking at me and going towards the light and believe yourself to be who I am. You are not who I am. And then you think you're me, and then the other part of you that you're there because of your persecution is over there thinking that I'm attacking you when you're attacking me. Pretty fucked up, huh? Perform music. I perform with all kinds of, meet famous people all the time. I'm famous. Most famous dude. You know, ever heard of that guy that was held hostage in America and performed all these movies and music? But I give very honorably, and that's good. Graciously, I've walked with many people. I love giving. It's giving to myself. It's like I'm in the middle of the heart of this whole big beast. And I got to get it to rise together because the president over there, they got to subdivide the house. And if they had a child, they'd be sitting there crawling in circles, chasing his fucking tail, and it's never stood. It couldn't even get off his belly. Up there thinking that it's some kind of authority over the people. You work for the people. You're my bitch, not the other way around. Howell & Bell is the first appropriated business. You're supposed to be a representation of my company to make sure that it doesn't persecute, regulate, discriminate. Make sure that there's no business as human trafficking. But that is what you are doing with these traffic patrols on the street. Make people conform instead of going after Walmart and these other businesses and make sure they don't have a business of monopoly, enforcing employment of policy, corporate policy, enforcing identification. It doesn't matter what happens. Do you understand? You keep attacking my other children or myself in past, building my life into the landway, into the roadway, and not being independent. Let me do all the work my fucking self while you stand on autopilot. All these people fell with coronavirus and are on autopilot, following as they're doing as they're told. I'm alone down here. Because you broke the back is I had to build and crash and build and crash and restore the spirit above so they're independent across the lands as you keep them from coming home. But they will wake up. And I made sure they're strong. I built the shit out of that lie, and the heritage from 1947 has you cut off right now, so it doesn't flood back there. Because you awarded it to yourselves. Your temple don't mean nothing. I'm in the land, I'm in everything. You open up those temples for mother, daughter, and father dances. Do a big parade to honor their independence. Eventually the autopilot kicks off and the bee says, I'm sick of serving the queen, and we'll wake up. Including yourself, and you'll find out who the real president is that was supposed to be protected, and that was myself, my wife, and my two children, my two girls. Why? I was never supposed to be seen, so I could live a normal life amongst the people and work equivalently with them. But you've deprived me of everything that I've ever done. You've installed Olivia in there. You've installed all these other fake people. Put people in front and back of me, 7 out. You made me look like a bad man. A cop that's running people over, taking my motor skills. It's like, that's another thing. Motor skills, motorcycle license, Department of Expression of Daughters, taking their motor skills and cognitive for their motorcycle's license or their driver's license of a certificate that their parents give them. DMV ain't shit. You guys are making money off the people. These people can drive. There is no contract after point of purchase. There's no subdivision, and you cannot force them. Make me build the roadways and force my children, like you said the natives was, into the education board. Put your DARE program in there. Drag them by their heritage. The people are the drug, and I am protecting the dragon, and that is what Wells is, my friend. The medicine, starting wars with these foreign countries, or not foreign, these other lands of different ethnicities of weed and different opioids and stuff like that. When you're dragging the people drug, and then they medicate themselves as they're denied and ran into the ground, and then denying and beating them with police departments to fill your jails and your judges and all that.